Welcome back, everybody, to Sweet Home 3D. In this video, we're going to carry on with our little summer chalet, if you want to call it that. I'll call it that. But we want to, first thing we want to do is get rid of this unsightly environment that we have here and make it a little bit more palatable. And then we're going to work on the elevated entryway and a few other items too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into today's video. Alright, so a little tip here. We want to carry the hardwood laminate, I think it's a laminate, over to our living space. So I'm going to click on the kitchen floor, and there's our hardwood right there. And I'm not going to do anything except click OK, and then click OK. And then I'm going to go to the living space. I'm going to click the floor here. And wouldn't you know it, if we click on the floor for textures, and there it is. It's waiting for us just to click. It's been waiting for us right there. So we'll go ahead and click that and apply it. And then we'll have our hardwood laminate. And then we didn't have to go searching in our library for it. It was right there. So a little tip there for you if you want to carry on a texture that you like. Right here, the ceiling collapse. That was very interesting. I think when we clicked on the floor, we may have moved it inadvertently towards the kitchen, and it caused the ceiling to buckle like that. That's not going to fly. I'm not into doing the limbo to get over into the kitchen, so we're going to need to take care of that. So we're going to use our handy dandy super duper, what is that? The undo tool. And we just click that, and it's going to do the rest. So it's going to be like undo, and then whatever the action is here, it's modify. It could be undo raise or lower, or undo, I don't know, room creation, which I think we had to do. We had to do that a little bit. We had to undo that. Anyway, let's move over to the entryway here. So we do want a door for our entryway before we actually start to create it. This door looks like more like an interior door for like a bedroom or something like that. The doorknob is a little on the high side, so I don't want to do like a one-handed dunk to get to the doorknob. So we're going to take a little visit over here to Archive 3D, and let's see what we can find here. So this door here looks pretty cool. I love the etching in the glass, and the nice thing about it, everything carries over. A lot of times you will import in a model from Archive 3D or some of the other places, and you won't get the glass. In this case, we got the whole kit and caboodle, so really happy about that. So the issue with detailed models, though, is your environment will lag pretty bad. A lot of that stuff is dependent on memory, and even though we have a really beefy machine, I'm on a gamer rig, it's still glitchy. It is still glitchy. But let's take a look at this. I'm loving the glass here, the etching on the glass. You can see the sky up there, but this door is not going to fly. So we're going to get, let's turn around here, and we're going to get that door instead. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make two copies of this door. We're going to do a little, I don't know, we're going to do something a little, I can't say sketchy. It's not sketchy, but we're going to do some modifications to this door. Because we didn't talk about this, but we do want to make a double door out of this, right? So I'm going to go to my split screen. I'm going to look at my floor plan view here in just a second, and we're going to copy and paste this door. That's our first step in trying to get a double door and doing some modifications to that door. So I'm going to Control C, and I'm going to Control V. And that is going to give us a copy of the door. You can also right click and do it that way, kind of the old fashioned way, but keyboard shortcuts are the way to go. Not gonna lie. So we'll set that out there. We'll set it aside for now, and we're gonna get over to this door, and we're gonna start to pick it apart. But not by much. We just want to take the frame off of it. So there's our frame right there, and we're gonna simply click the radio button over there to the right, and we're gonna make that frame invisible. Don't know if you noticed, there's no handle there on the front. So if we do start to work on the front of this house, we're going to have some issues, to say the least. But we'll cross that bridge when we arrive there. So frame is gone. It's poofed. It's no longer. We're going to click OK, get out of there. All right. So now, again, we do want a double door. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to Control C. We're going to Control V. And lo and behold, we have a new door. So we're going to set this door right beside the other one. I mean, that's usually what you do when you're doing a double door. So there we go. Now, unless you want to play like a really cruel prank on your guests, probably wouldn't have these handles in the correct orientation. You can see this one is not like that one. So we're going to click on that door, and we're going to go to mirror shape, which is going to mirror the model that we want to, mirror. And there we go. We're good to go. So now our handle is in the correct orientation. Oh boy, too much pop. Sorry about that. I do apologize. Lots of ginger ale. I'm trying to stay well. As most of you know, we're trying to stay well. So at the moment, I am well. So we do hope that everyone else is well as well. Here we go. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we're going to grab the door frame from the door that we had set aside. And we're just going to I'm just mocking this up right now. Eventually, we're going to make it a complete model. We'll export it, import it, because remember, even though the door frame is not seen on those two doors, your computer still sees it. It's still there. So once we import it or export it and re-import it, it'll be gone. And what is shown will be there. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. So there it is. I'm going to assume a supervisory stance and take a look at this door and see what it looks like. And while we were doing that, I'm going to get a drink. Pardon me. Okay, so door looks pretty good. I'm going to hit shift and I'm going to highlight both the door and the frame, as you saw there. We're going to scoot that out in the front lawn. There is a front lawn. There really is. If you listen closely, you can hear the sprinklers and stuff. See, you can hear it. There's a lawn out. Believe me. There's a front lawn. Believe me. You know what? I should go into politics. All right. Anyway. Vote for me. I don't know. Anyway, so where are we at here? So we want to start by doing start drawing the walls for our elevated entryway, or elevated foyer, as it were. So we're going to do that. Now what we're drawing here is going to be a step down to the coat closet to our right hand side. And then this 45-degree angle is going to take us over to our living room, which has not yet been created at the time of this video, but it does exist now. This side here, if we step down here, it's going to take us to the dining room table. All right, I'll eat to that. Okay, so we made a little boo-boo here, a little uh-oh, and it was we'll call it a very amateur uh-oh. These walls are not joined, or at least, yeah, they're not joined. It'd be nice to be able to connect them. In the Sweet Home world, it is actually joined. Joining the walls is the same as connecting the walls. All we're doing is running the wall into the other wall. But for some reason, Sweet Home does not accept a parallel joining of the walls. As you can see there, when we tried to create the room, it totally ignored those walls there. That's a bummer, but it's all right. We'll fix it. But yeah, other thing we can do is run those walls into the parallel walls, into the exterior wall or whatever, the main wall. But yeah, it does not accept parallel joining at all. So if you're drawing walls and for some reason it doesn't join, you can join it that way. Let's say that left wall there in the corner to the right wall, the opposing wall. Sure, it'll do that. No problem at all. But it won't do the parallel. It won't do that at all. Or I'm sorry, the perpendicular. Is it perpendicular? It's perpendicular. Sorry. All right. Jeez Louise. All right. Anyway, let's move on. So here is your elevated entry. We're going to add texture to it. This is definitely not a proper texture that looks like a wall tile, but at least for now, it's something pleasant to look at. So we're going to begin drawing the stairs here. And this is the first time we're doing this. Again, this is a custom build, definitely a custom creation. So there's nothing out there that's going to accommodate us in terms of creating stairs. So that means we're on our own here, absolutely 100%. So we're going to try to use the walls to draw the stairs, and it doesn't work at first. The problem is the top of the wall there, not the high end of the wall, but the actual top of the wall, right there, the top of the wall. As you can see there, all it's going to do, it's not going to give you your texture, but it's going to give you the rounded color. So we have a brown hardwood laminate up top, which is going to give you brown. That's it. So how do you get over this obstacle? easily peasily. We're going to delete that wall. As you can see there, we drew another wall behind it, and that wall is actually a room. That's actually a room. So you can't see the ceiling because if you're above the ceiling level and there's no story above that, then the ceiling is never ever shown. The floor will be shown, but never ever the ceiling. But you will see the ceiling in a second because something happened with the walls. I'm not sure what, but as we start to delete these walls, because that's our next step here, as soon as we get around the corner, we're going to do a sword fight. Watch this. On guard. Protect yourself. Okay. But there'll be no sword fights in this house. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is the ceiling. Apparently there was something weird going on with the walls. I don't know what. How do I know it's a ceiling? How do we know that? Is it a wild guess? Nope, it's not. So what we're going to do is, here in just a second, I'm going to click on the stair here, the room. Basically, that's what it is. We are going to click on that, and we're going to uncheck the checked ceiling box. Uncheck the checked ceiling box? Check. There we go. There we go. All right, so that is unchecked. The ceiling goes away. The sword is gone. All right, moving on. So here's a nightmare scenario. The cool thing is that we can use these tabs to kind of manipulate what we want to do and how we want the now stairs. If you can see my air quotes, the stairs, how we want them to look. The problem is each stair that we do, we're gonna have to come out so many feet, like a foot or 6 inches. Oh, pardon me, that's terrible. I apologize. Need to cut down on the ginger ale. All right, not really. Anyway, I do apologize. In all seriousness. Okay, so as you can see, the stairs are there. That was a nightmare, but we got it done. It took about 45 minutes with a lot of patience. We did get that done. And it looks really nice. We do have a rendered, there should be a rendered thumbnail. I'm going to get that rendered thumbnail. For some reason, I don't know what's going on, but my computer rendered a really good quality, photo in 5 minutes. I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone put a new processor in. I don't know. But yeah, I got a really good quality render in like no time flat. Usually takes like, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours. But I'm not complaining. I don't know what happened. I just know there was a Windows update and okay, so this looks really nice. We do need to do a few things before we leave the video today. All right, so we need to change this god-awful floor. We tried that. That's terrible. That might work somewhere else, but not here. So that is more proper for an entryway, and it goes very well. Okay, so we need to scale that back a little bit. We'll do that later on. And then magically, a skylight has appeared. Now, you know me, if you follow the channel, I like skylights. I like natural light before I have to use electric lights. All right, so if I'm gonna build a house in the real world from the ground up, you better believe it's going to have skylights in a lot of the rooms. There's going to be a skylight now in the kitchen. I'll show that here in just a moment. We'll twirl around, and there you go. We haven't done much to the kitchen. We did update the backlights. So the hood, when we got the hood, it automatically had a blue backlight. You know how much we like our Indiglo blue here on the channel. So if we walk over here, there is something peculiar though, I will say. I'm going to walk over here. The microwave clock is running off of our Windows system clock. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing or not. But yeah, it's running off the Windows system clock. That is peculiar. The oven is doing the same thing. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing or not. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we're looking good here. If you did like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. That will help the channel. That'll help the video. That'll be very much appreciative. If you like what we're doing here on the channel with these upscale builds, consider subscribing, clicking the bell. It's a kind of a two-pronged approach there, and then you will join our channel, and you'll be notified when we release the next video, which hopefully will be soon. Again, stay well, stay safe, and signing off for now. Goodbye, everybody.